It's Spooktober.
Oh,
I don't
is
know
it?
if you're paying attention to the dates. We're
It
about a
is?
week into Halloween. And, dude, I'm fucking fired up. Feels great outside. Went biking over the weekend. I'm about to go bike to the store whenever I get off this.
The other morning, that, like, what was it, Thursday or Friday? Whenever that storm hit.
Yeah.
That hurricane made landfall, and then we just got, like, we got high winds and shit, but it just brought in so much cold air. It was 64 degrees one morning when I walked out.
Oh, dude, it was fantastic.
I was like, oh my God.
I took a little stroll before work. Like, I went, walked for like an hour. It felt so good outside.
Yeah.
I was getting, like, cold sweats. I was moving so fast. I wasn't sweating because of that. It was just, like, my body was hotter than the temperature outside. It was, like, felt so fucking good.
Yeah, the girls were fucking fired up out in the backyard.
Yeah, so we just keep girls locked up. I said we just keep girls locked up in the backyard.
I meant the dogs.
Just random girls.
They're both girls. The dogs are girls.
But yeah.
But yeah, it's been
fantastic. Dude.
I know. I'm so ready for it to like actually drop and get to like that 50, 60 degrees.
Yeah, we only got it.
Wear a hoodie.
We only got it a little early because that fucking hurricane.
Mm-hmm. It's back up now. It's back up now.
Yeah,
but
I don't know if that's gonna mess with the whole like. Typically, you get the best weather the week of the fair, which is the 17th, I think. So we're still like 2 weeks away from that, or a week or something.
It probably should drop again before that.
But I wonder if it pushing, because we still got that other hurricane sitting out there, or at this point, probably already happened.
Next Tuesday and Wednesday, the low is 64 and 62.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it's coming, dude. And when it's not here long. But goddamn, is it great?
We get 2 weeks of it,
dude.
And then it becomes bone-chillingly cold.
I'm more that cold guy in a summer town than I am like.
I knew that about you.
Yeah, dude. Which is wild that I stay here.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, the math ain't mathing on that one.
But yeah, and it like, why am I a creature that is not used to the things that are here?
Right. You'd think you just get up and go to a place that it makes sense.
But also, don't you think you'd be like born, your body would adapt to the environment you've been your whole life?
Well, but I think part of that is that you've been here your whole life, so you're over it. You're tired of it. Your body's like, fuck this, I don't like this shit.
Yeah, but there's certain people that are more hermit than me, like that literally locked down whole life, never even leave a town.
Yeah.
Not even to go to a store or something. Like they're shopping mom and pop little convenience stores.
No, I know. I get that. I think it's just because you've been here forever and your body's like, yo, dude, this sucks. You know?
Yeah, and then you think about going other places, and I always talk about Tennessee, Kentucky being like those places. You see what the fuck Helena just did to the upper mid part of them? Huh?
Helene?
Helene? Why would it not be pronounced Helena? Like, what is the difference? It's Helene.
Yeah, Helene.
Wouldn't Helene be Helean? Helene?
That's another way you could spell it.
So is mine.
Helena is an A at the end.
Yeah, but if you pronounce it with an E, it's not.
You're
pronouncing it with an A.
You're not getting out of this one. It's Helene.
I'm not trying to.
It's
facts
Helene.
is facts.
It's Helene, bro.
That's whatever, dude.
Continue. Yeah, she definitely did
Dude, do you see what
doozy on fucking like North Carolina and
That's
Virginia.
What I was about to say. North Carolina looks just like a soup.
Yeah, Asheville is, from my understanding, absolutely torn apart.
And I don't understand why, because the storm was so goddamn fast.
Yeah.
I called my dad because he lives in Jacksonville, and I was like, are you guys going to be good? And he's like, it's here already. Like, we're in it.
Yeah.
Pretty okay where he was at. And then the next morning I checked it. It was in fucking Kentucky. And I'm like, God
From my
damn.
understanding, it was moving quick when it hit landfall. And then once it got to, like, Georgia, it just sat and just dumped water. But, I mean, that's what happened with Sally to us. As soon as it made landfall on us, it just sat for hours and hours and hours and just dumped rain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know.
It is crazy that, like, a coastal state can be so, quote-unquote, unprepared. Like, Florida, I know we get fucked, but we're kind of used to it. We're calloused mentally about it. Like, I know, like, like you'll see, like, dude, they're making a big deal about North Carolina, and by no means, and I'm trying to downplay what has happened to those people, but I'm saying, like, when a hurricane hits Florida, it's in the news for a couple days and it's gone.
It don't make
days.
Headlines,
they're
bruh.
just like, Florida's doing Florida shit over there, and everybody's like,
well,
oh,
bro,
okay.
if you look at some of the shit that happened in Florida,
yeah.
I mean, like, we got fucked.
Oh, no, for sure. And also in the history of history.
Yeah, in all of it.
We have arguably the worst hurricanes that ever exist hit us.
I mean, like, some of the videos from, like, the Bend and everything of boats inside houses and houses collapsed. And, like, you know, flooding to the roof. Like, we got wrecked. You know what I mean? It's just because those areas up there don't get hurricanes. That's why it's, you know, the kind of the...
And I wonder what makes it the thing, because arguably, and I don't want to be like that guy, but we've been lucky the last few years, Pensacola at least, of the Florida.
Yeah.
It's just barely dodged us a few. It's nicked us for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And
it
hit
some
us.
Strays.
Yeah. The Sally, I think that was what, 2019?
I think it was 2021.
Or no, it was 2020. It was like end of summer 2020.
Was it?
Yeah, because I was out for COVID and I couldn't come back because I kept testing.
2020, yeah. September 16th, 2020.
Yeah, and then like the week I go to come back, the fucking power was out in Target. So I was like, cool. Can't even come back then. Yeah, dude. Crazy, though.
Yeah, that's gnarly shit.
What I was trying to say is, like, how come it is the way everything is shaped and the way that, like, the wind paths, I guess. I don't know what they're fucking called meteorologically or whatever. Why does it always come up inside of Pensacola? How come you don't see way more hurricanes hitting up on North Carolina or just doming fucking Texas all the time? Or why doesn't more things hit New York? Like, why is it always up into that funnel right into, like, us, New Orleans,
Gulf Coast,
Alabama, Mississippi?
I think a lot of it is the
This is the Weather Channel
this
corner
is
part of
Some
the
People
podcast.
Suck edition, weather edition. No, I think it's got a lot to do with how the warm water comes out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And where it meets the warm water in the Gulf.
So that probably helps them being on the Atlantic coast.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Because once it turns and gets into the Gulf, that's where it, like...
Yeah, the Gulf
really
is like, come on, baby.
Yeah, it's
Get
like...
in, the water's warm.
It is the perfect breeding ground.
Yeah,
you know
unbelievable.
what I mean? It's ridiculous. Yeah. There's lots of opportunity there. But yeah, I think that's just... Yeah. But as far as why it hits us specifically, I don't know if it's just that canal. It's just like... Right on
really,
our...
I was like picking your brain because you're more of a fisher guy, so I would assume like, you know, like, well, this is like the mid-apical dermatologist, like right through the theopodologist. And I was like, oh, cool, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't.
Because like you be fishing and you see the depths.
Yeah. I
So
be
I
seeing
thought
the bottom
maybe-
and shit.
It's the only time, but like,
Yeah.
I thought maybe you could see like the...
It's the only time. Once. One time.
I just didn't know if like...
Yeah, I don't think there's any... I just think it's the way that the Gulf water temperatures affect the hurricane and strengthen it, and then just allow it to just wreak havoc.
Do you remember as a child, and I swear this would be more so your childhood than mine because I feel like it's a newer toy, but do you remember the toys? It would have the handle like a gun, but nothing else of it is like a gun, but the way you hold it is gripped like a gun.
Yeah.
And it comes out and it's a big circle, and it's like a screen.
Oh.
And then you have a pullback and you can shoot a big plume of just wind.
Air, yeah.
Why don't we have that military-wise so we can, like, when a hurricane's coming, we can hit it, and then it, like, either dissipates it or, like, spins it opposite and breaks it, or it spins it somewhere else?
I think you would need one that's the size of Florida to do anything to change the path of a hurricane.
Yeah.
Because it's so much, 130-mile-an-hour winds, something that's, however many miles across that has that much power, it's like it's not going to do anything. Even if you do hit it with something like, there's like I don't think it would ever mess with anything like that.
Also, since you are the acting weather expert right now.
Yeah. This
I'm
is
gonna
the weather
throw
corner.
another.
Should put weather corner right here.
Put on a weather cap.
Yeah.
Just have it
Weather
raining.
cap.
Yeah, like a fucking umbrella with the little spinny.
Yeah.
Here's another one to throw at you, because like, why didn't we think of this already? Putting, and I know
I can assure you somebody already has.
Okay.
Oh, 100% somebody already has.
Huge concrete walls. I don't mean like
Donald Trump.
I don't. No.
Oh.
And I know I was gonna preface that with saying not like, yeah. And I mean like in the water, and maybe sinking it. You know how they do oil rigs, but like do oil rig, whatever. What is it when you post hole dig a post?
Like a piling?
A piling, whatever.
Yeah.
Do a fucking billion of them in the worst or the most predictable pathway.
Mm-hmm.
And like do something to where it'll like fuck up the current to where it can't push.
Mm.
You know like how a lid works on a drink? You put the straw through the middle. You can push through, but you can't come the opposite way, really. It'll be like...
Yeah.
That.
Mm.
Allow it to be small enough where fish can push their little heads through, but big enough that it, like, blunts the fucking waves or the wind.
Well, there's a couple problems with that, right?
Yes, go ahead.
So, first off, again, it wouldn't be big enough to change anything.
Make it, though, big enough.
Well, okay. If you do, though. Second problem, ships. They got to go in and out.
Oh, for sure. Make it in and outable.
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen, you know those old big dungeon doors where it's like, there's no lock.
Mm-hmm.
They open it and they shut it. But when they're done shutting it and they're like, hey, you shit, or people are coming and they're going to do bad things here, they throw a big one of these down.
One of them big jumps. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So
put a piece of wood in the middle of it. Put a 2x4 in there.
Like, we allow entryways for sure. Like, we need trades still going down.
Okay.
We need to have trade.
Yeah. I don't think you understand the how many ships go in and out of the Gulf on a daily basis.
I mean, leave it open. Well, you
Like,
don't have to close it every single time, but for sure leave it. I'm talking about we're only closing it during the storm.
Third problem.
Okay.
It's really deep out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like really deep. And
you
know
what's really deep?
Like 2,000-3,000 foot deep.
Oh, not even a mile deep.
Yeah, but you'd have to go a mile deep for 1,000 miles.
Do you? This is what I'm saying here, and I get what you're saying. You're like, yeah, for sure, your idea, and maybe my idea is. You're witnessing right now a live thought. Okay?
Yeah,
I'm working through this, and I for sure agree with you, but I also agree with me. And what I have to say is, do you think a hurricane, when it's hitting and it's going through the active ocean, it's actively hurricaning the entire way down to the bottom of the ocean? Or do you think it only goes a couple 100 feet down that it's actively spinning like a motherfucker? Like, do you think there's
underwater?
a depth? Yeah, do you think there's a depth inside of the ocean where the fish are kind of like...
Yeah, we're chilling.
Yeah, we're just kind of going below it.
No, but there's like currents and shit underwater that would just rip that shit to pieces. And in a hurricane, those things get absolutely kicked up. Currents do, at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's that problem. And then also storm surge. So...
But all of these things, it would be built to withstand, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying the technology exists or we don't have vibranium on planet Earth. That's only in the comics, you know. It's like fucking what Wolverine's made out of.
Oh, is that? I thought that was a thing.
No, it's
I thought that was VI on the periodic table.
Maybe we just ain't got enough of it. Vibratoranium. But maybe one day we will, and what I will have just said and spoken about will be a true fact. And
see, I think you're going at it with like a hammer,
okay,
instead of like a scalpel. You know what I mean?
What would be the scalpel way to go about this?
I think that there's like a chemical way you could do it.
Whoa.
Where you like fly over and put stuff into the clouds that stop them from raining, type thing.
Okay, and here's an even further question, because I didn't know that. Do you think the rain is the thing that's making it the hurricane? I think it's the wind, isn't it?
I think the rain
Like, can you have a
is what
rainless hurricane?
causes. Call it tornado.
Okay, but is that what makes a hurricane because
Well,
it's so much bigger?
I mean, you think about all the problems that we have when hurricanes. It's flooding. It's all flooding. So
Yeah,
it's
well,
just
not all
water.
of it. Some of it's fucking rain, or
Rain.
you said flooding. I mean, some
Yeah.
of it's wind knocking shit
yeah.
over.
Yeah. True.
Which is also land soaked, knocking trees over and shit like that. But then you have like trailer parks and shit, or like roofs of houses you just get ripped off, and that
Yeah.
don't necessarily have anything to do with rain.
Mm-hmm.
But like, is that the only scientific difference between a hurricane and a tornado? Is that one has rain? Tornadoes have rain.
Bigger. I think it's a lot bigger.
Yeah, but tornadoes have rain.
Yeah.
I mean, not. I don't. I think you're a lot more spot on than.
And tornadoes form over land. Hurricanes form over water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think if a tornado formed over the ocean that it would be like a super hurricane?
Be a water spout.
But like you don't think it, because I mean it's got so much piss and vinegar, it ain't even waiting for water. It said we're going
The tornado,
now.
you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they do form over water. Tornadoes do.
Yeah, but they never form into a hurricane, do they?
No. They're just water spouts. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but what is preventing it from going like bigger?
I think you've got to have a lot of different things. You've got to have like the right pressure, the right temperatures.
Yeah.
You got to have the right, and they all start out. You know what I mean? So they start with different, temperatures of water and stuff like that.
For sure.
And then they come in here to that warmer water, and that's when it just like.
So it's really a personality trait, because like it sounds like tornadoes and twisters and shit have a personality of like, fuck it, we'll do it now. We'll go live now.
Yeah, it's just a little bit. It's just a little guy.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a water spout?
I've seen a water spout, and I was about to ask you, how actually devastating are those? Because I haven't seen them ever. The footage I've seen, and I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but the footage I've seen, I've never seen them interact with people. I've just seen people recording them from like forever away.
Yeah.
And they look pretty as fuck.
Yeah. Well, down on the water, they're scary as shit.
You've been near one?
Yeah.
How is it? Like, is it very concentrated where like you could be 10 feet away and not feel it?
No, I mean, when you get within it, it'll like pull your boat type thing.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's what you stay pretty clear of them. You don't want to get anywhere
Do you
near
think a water spout, is that the only name for it, is water spout?
I don't know. There's probably a scientific name.
Water tornado?
I don't know. Waternator.
Do you think a water spout can create a whirlpool?
Yeah.
Can it go?
Yeah,
can it
that's what
start
it
from the
does.
sky
That's what it does.
and then enter into the ocean and quit going from the sky and just?
Yeah, it just churns that shit up. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Where do you think it ultimately is wanting to go?
Down.
But can it go all the way down?
I don't know.
You think
I
it
don't know
can
how
touch
deep
bottom?
they get. I don't know. I mean, it depends on how deep the water is, I think.
What if we
I think
met...
if you're like 100 foot deep, I think you could see the bottom. Yeah.
Oh, you mean like looking over into the middle
I
of it,
think
you
it
can
would.
see?
Yeah, I think it would go all the way down. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Do you think if we befriended a water spout, we could give it the technology to touch bottom and then let us know if this little bridge I'm talking about can be built?
Oh, so it's a bridge now.
So, see what you're saying? You're saying, I'm going about it with a hammer. I'm really going about it with a paintbrush because I'm asking, can we be friends?
You're trying to befriend
a water spout.
a Mother Nature. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what they call it in let me guess, long time, what do you call customer service guy?
Yeah.
I know you are. I've been around you when you're doing it. You do it good.
Yeah. Damn. Turn that motherfucker on real quick.
Yeah, you do it
Flip
great.
that switch. Yeah.
You do it great.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, in the industry that we both have been in, called making a 5-minute friend.
Yeah.
Why don't we
Lots
make
of
a
open-ended questions.
15-second friend? Hey, buddy, where are you going?
Yeah. Real quick, like.
Yeah.
Keep it open-ended. Let them know.
You know, why is there
Yeah.
not a Disney or a Pixar movie on weather? It's all about vehicles or animals.
True.
We've not gotten into weather.
I think it's
Instead of making the movie up,
very unpredictable.
let's make the movie down.
Dread light. Dread light. Yeah.
But you know what I'm
No,
saying?
but I personally, I just don't think I think it would be very expensive too. But I think after about 3 weeks, you'd have so much trash and shit caught up in that wall out there.
There's a kid that is making something to combat that. I can't remember what the product is, but I think it like eats plastic in the ocean, or it gathers it and he like gets rid of it.
Yeah, I think I saw what you're talking. It's like I can't remember what I think it is a product that like eats away at the plastic.
Yeah. Now
But
that might be like a co-sponsor. Get Coca-Cola or a major Amazon or somebody behind it to co-sponsor this with that kid and the government.
My thing with that stuff is if you're putting stuff in the water to eat away plastic.
Yeah.
Right? We know plastic takes a lot to break down. You can't just throw hot water on it or Dawn to break down plastic. It's got to be a pretty aggressive thing to eat away at it.
Yeah, and
we're just putting that shit in the water?
Yes, we are. That was the question.
Yeah, but if it's like a harsh ass chemical, don't you think it's doing more to the fish and everything?
Here's a better question, I think. Is it a chemical or is it a man-made animal thing? Like, if it's eating something, once it gets done with all the plastic, what is it going to eat next?
Humans. Boats.
What if
it starts eating the bridge?
Don't do that.
Yeah.
What if it gets a taste for human blood? Yeah. What if it hits a hurricane and then all of Florida is covered in this
magical
eating thing?
Yeah.
You're scared. I can see it on you.
No, I don't like that.
You're sweating.
I don't like it. And I also just don't like the idea of putting something that can break down plastics, into the waters. Like, I think that's just I don't think the plastic should be in the waters, period. Yeah. Right? Like, it should be clean. Like, hold on to your happy birthday balloons type thing.
Yeah.
Because the amount of shit that we come across while we're fishing is ridiculous.
I wonder what the number one leading cause to ocean litter is. Like, is it from... It's from you?
No, it's from people.
I understand it's from people, but what is the source of the people litter? Like... Is it from us being at the beach? Is it from us being on boats? Is it from land and it happened to catch air and then land in the ocean?
That shit out there.
Who does? Make a stand. Stand on business.
I don't know. I think it's just I don't know if it's landfills or what, but I think they just dump shit out there, dude. Oh no, it got away.
And what is the big case against just throwing trash into space?
Just fucking.
What if we just vacuum sealed it
dildo that fucking trash out there, dude?
Shoot it, dog.
Get that shit out of here.
Yeah, let Earth come for the first time.
Yeah, well, I think if you get it out of orbit, I think if you shoot it out, get it out past all the stuff. If you can get it out past where it spins around you know what I mean?
Oh, so it doesn't come back, boomerang it.
Yeah. And it's not just because now we already have a problem with how many satellites and shit we have around Earth. Have you heard about this? Where there's there's so many thousands of satellites and shit orbiting Earth right now that we're basically encasing ourselves in these satellites.
So is it active or is it just over time we just never got rid of them?
Yeah, if they die, if we put out a new one and one shuts down, it's not like we're bring the other one back. It just stays there and keeps orbiting.
Oh, we never wrangle it.
No, fuck no. It just stays out there.
Wow,
so it's so there's thousands and thousands of these satellites that aren't in use that are just in orbit around Earth, just slowly kind of encasing us in the Earth.
So you cut off you're out of the weather corner now? You're into the news corner?
Yeah, I'm in space. Yeah, space
news.
Corner? Space news. Space news.
What else is going on?
I mean, it's scary, right?
I heard something, and maybe you can clarify this, space corner guy. Elon has a Wi-Fi now.
Starlink. Yeah.
Is that up there in space?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
It is. And I tell you what, it is fucking wild, dude.
What about it? What do you mean?
How good it is. How crazy. You can be in the middle of anywhere and have a Starlink box or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it works perfectly.
So we can get it on the street.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Why haven't we looked into that?
It's expensive.
Oh.
But I fished on a boat last year. There's a big ass center console that the guy is a military contractor, right? And he has to have internet, so he can get on calls and whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And so we're like 100 and something miles offshore, like way the fuck out there. Normally 7 miles is the last you get cell service. After that, there's nothing. You know, no phone calls, no text, no internet, nothing. We're 100 and something miles out, and we all have Wi-Fi on the boat. We're on Instagram. We're pulling
he
songs.
has it on the boat?
He has it on the boat.
Oh, shit.
So he can just go into the center console and set his computer up. He does meetings in there, like, you know, FaceTiming employees and shit like that. Like, shuts his computer down, and then, yeah, it's fucking...
you remember...
It's got Netflix on the fucking TV down there. It's like...
pretty insane.
It's crazy, dude.
Do you remember McAfee, the dude that did the antivirus...
Yeah.
The CDs?
Software shit?
Yeah. There was a documentary, I do believe it was on Netflix. Could have been on HBO. I think it was on Netflix, though. But it was like Dancing with the Devil, and it was like the Jim or John McAfee, or whatever his first name is, story. And it chased him around the world. He was evading police. This would have been great for him.
Yeah.
If he could just be live wherever he wanted. This would change the game for spies.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, then I don't know if you have some sort of IP at that point.
Yeah.
Because I guess your computer always will have IP.
To, yeah.
But does...
But I think also Elon and the whole Starlink thing knows exactly where your stuff is
doing
at all.
Trump hand signals over there.
But I think it knows exactly where you are at all times anyway. You know
Elon, great guy. Big guy. Heard great thing
Great.
about...
You seen his roofs? Great roofs. Look good. But I think that they know exactly where... Because you have to have the box and shit set up anyway.
Yeah.
So they know where you are at all times anyway.
And then also, how many...
Have you seen the roofs he's doing, by the way?
The roofs?
Yeah.
No.
They're like...
Elon.
Yeah. Tesla roofs, bro.
What?
They are solar power. They're like solar roofs, but they look like normal roofs. Let me see
Pull it up, Jamie.
Because I saw a picture one the other day.
What are they called?
I think it's Tesla roofs, but I could be wrong.
See, he should have a different name. It should be under... Tesla should be...
Solar roof.
Or it should be like Elon Enterprise. Or Stark Enterprises.
Musk Enterprises.
Yeah. He should come out as Tony Stark soon.
Tesla. Okay, let me...
He is the real life Iron Man.
I mean, they look like fucking normal.
You been up close to one?
Well, like I'm saying, just pictures of them. They look like a normal roof. They look like a slate roof or like a...
Oh, word. And that's like...
Those are solar panels.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What is the big, like, difference? Like, why can't you just have solar panels? These are more efficient or something?
They suck. Solar panels they're...
Yeah, but can't those just break too?
Yeah, I think they can, but I think that... Yeah, look at this. Isn't that crazy? I mean, it looks like it's shiny, but it looks like a normal roof. More than having a big fucking...
And then you would have to ask, how durable is it? After that, it's literally called Tesla solar
Yeah, let me
roof.
go to the Tesla actual page and see what...
I mean, it puts a new look on an old house. That's a pretty house.
Yeah, right? Let me see. But no, the whole thing with normal solar panels is the cost of them, right? So like they're like $20,000-$30,000
to do your whole roof or
for like
roof
big
size.
Yeah, like for like big panels or
and
whatever.
then what is the counter to that? Like, what do you get out of it?
Well, I think you get a rebate from Florida. I don't know if that changed, but you used to get a rebate from Florida that was like $5,000 or $10,000 or whatever.
Okay, so really cutting it down to 20. Let's just say
20,
roughly 30 cuts it down to 20.
Yeah.
But what is the saving?
It's like $100 a month or something like that.
That's all you're saving?
Yeah.
Wow. So you have to own the house
And honestly,
forever.
you're not even hooked to your own power. You sell the power back to the power company, and they give you a rebate on your bill. That's really
only 100.
From what I've heard. I think it can vary based on where your
crazy.
house is, if you got trees covering it, how big the panels are, that kind of shit.
All that for...
Right. Now, then you also have to think about the people that install it, right? It costs money to get it installed, right? And then anytime you have any kind of roof issues, you have to pay the solar company to come out and take those solar panels off so your roofing company can do whatever kind of work you need done on your roof.
Fuck.
And then they have to come back out and put the solar panels back on. Then by the time you by the time you pay off these solar panels, because it's another mortgage, right? It's another loan. So you have your house mortgage, and then you have your solar panel mortgage, or your solar panel loan. By the time you pay these things off, you need new solar panels. After about 10 or 15 years, you need new solar panels. So by the time you pay them all off, you got to buy fucking new ones anyway.
Yeah, and that's arguable if you can even pay them off in that amount of time.
Right.
If you're that well off.
Yeah.
How pissed would you be if one of these satellites landed on your solar roof?
Right, exactly, dude. Yeah. One of these
How
fucking
often
dead-ass
are
satellites.
these dead satellites coming back?
I don't think they really come back. I don't think they re-enter the atmosphere very often because the Earth's orbit's pretty strong out there. But yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but like, at least this is my, minimum knowledge on this. I'm thinking there's got to be like some sort of. Have you ever thought about escaping Earth's like atmosphere?
Escaping it?
Yeah, like what that's got to be like. Like if you as a human could go from Earth, like right now you're on the land, if you could go out into space, obviously without dying from having no oxygen, like what that would feel like on the body. Like, would you go through what it feels like a wall where you'd be like, and then you'd make it through, or are you just gonna feel a lot of pressure and then all of a sudden no pressure? You know what I'm saying? On your body.
Yeah.
Atmospherically.
Yeah, I don't know. My mind just goes to like the G's of getting out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and what if you didn't have to have the G's? You could go, like, let's just say 10 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You could arguably run 10 miles an hour.
I think it would go slow. I don't think it would be like a thing. I think it would slowly, less and less oxygen and pressure and shit like that, I think is the way it would go.
So, where are those satellites inside of all that? Obviously, they're not out in space, per se.
Yeah.
They're still within reason. Mm-hmm. How close are they to that space where... What if they just caught the edge of it and then they just flew out on accident? Yeah. Like, oh, shit.
I think that it's got such a pull.
It would never get out there.
Yeah, I don't think it would ever.
It's like a balloon and then inside of a room, I guess. It's like it's not going to get out of the room.
Yeah, the ceiling is pretty to keep it in.
Yeah.
At least I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. Also, just while we're talking about this, the solar roof thing, they have a 25-year tile warranty on these things, on these roofs. So if anything happens to one of the tiles, you have a 25-year warranty on them. So they're basically guaranteeing your roof for 25 years.
That's crazy.
Which is fucking wild.
So after that, it's like you got to replace it one by one or whatever it might be.
Yeah, but I mean, after 25 years, if you're paying for your own energy, I don't know how much they cost.
And I would assume they got to be giving you more than just $100 back for your government.
How much does that? Well, these are integrated with your house, with your home. So these are fully home. You're not giving any power back to the power company. You use your energy first on these, on the Tesla ones.
Damn.
So have
you ever been in a place that has it?
No, but we've done a bunch of research and stuff on them and seen like kind of how they're working with the real estate stuff because they're starting to become a thing in South Florida. Yeah. Normally stuff in South Florida takes a year before it comes up here. So like we've started seeing them down there. So we feel they're probably going to make a move up here soon. But yeah, so there's like a power bank, right? That you get your energy from the roof, you use it in your home, and then it stocks up in this power bank. So if there is power outages or something like that, or something does happen to your roof, then you have backup. But I think you can also sell it back to the power company if you have overages. Like if your power bank's full and you're just cranking shit out, but your house isn't using it all, I think you can sell it back to the power company.
Like if you're a widower. Yeah. A rich widower, you're just fucking loaded with power right now.
Yeah.
You're hanging out in one room, sad as hell.
How much is Tesla?
And all you can think about is like, I'm going to sell some power back to the power company.
Tesla roof can cost between $8-12 per watt. $64,000.
That's how much the roof is?
Mm-hmm. About $60,000.
That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought for some reason it was going to be like a $100,000 roof.
Yeah, I mean, I think they can get up to that.
But it's got to also... I mean, it also depends on the size. And it's also got to depend on, like, is it worth it for it being, like... Is it durable? am I gonna be able to deal with a lot of sun on it? And I know they're built for sun.
Yeah.
But like, is it gonna? They gotta. I assume they've nailed out all these fucking potential problems.
Well, I think that's where that warranty comes in. Anything happens to it, 25 years, it's covered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's one of those things that I could see, like, that really taking the fuck off. The solar panel thing, I can't really get behind. Doesn't make sense to me.
Well, it never took off, really. I mean, it might have got hot when it first came out, but it's like, even that's probably pretty exclusive to the company that can afford it.
Yeah. Yeah. But this is kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, that could really, I mean, I think more people need to be off of the grid anyway, as far as like the electrical grid.
Yeah.
Just because it's like, like our electrical company, FPL, bro.
Yeah.
There's no other option for us. What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
I just laughing at a potential shirt that I was thinking about, like
get off the grid.
On the spectrum, off the grid, like.
Well, but yeah, let's just move on, yeah?
I shut it up.
Okay. Okay. Our power company, that's what I was talking about. Our power company, there's only one here, FPL. And it is a monopoly. It is the dictionary definition of monopoly. Yeah. There's no way I can say, I don't want power from you, I want power from you. You know what I mean? We have to pay whatever price they're charging us. You know what I mean? So, like, that's why when FPL took over and bought out whatever it was, Gulf Power.
And Alabama Power. Yeah.
Whenever they bought all those, like a lot of houses in downtown Pensacola, their prices went from, $150, $200 a month to like $500-$600 a month for electrical.
Damn.
Which is, and they couldn't do anything about it because they don't have another option. There's not another company that you can use. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think taking back some of that, I don't know, power, I guess, from the power company. Yeah. It's like, bro, fuck you. I'm not paying your $200 a month, $300 a month.
I mean,
bullshit.
You know what we really could do to just really give it back to them? Candles.
Everybody just using propane lights and candles.
Yeah, propane lights and candles and fucking salting their meats and shit.
Yeah, dude, it's just making jerky, bro.
Yeah, just like,
what else you need, huh?
Covered in salt. That's what they used to do back in the day. Dude. Like, your meat's gonna be good.
It would be a little different, I think, here.
You're like, try hunting in this neighborhood.
Yeah, it's a little harder.
The squirrels are crazy good. Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know.
Can you imagine going into somebody's house that's like really diehard anti-government, anti-power?
Just fucking.
There's just salt everywhere, stains of fucking soured everything.
Yeah, dude.
Candles. You're like, dude, I can barely breathe in here. Fucking, dude, I can't stand it. You do this, but I can't stand this. And there's some people I know that love this. But like when you just blow out a candle.
Yeah.
And not just put the top on it and let it, suffocate or whatever. I can't stand the smell. It makes me feel like I can't breathe. Even if you leave an oil burner on too long in a closed room, like, I feel, maybe it's a mental thing, but I feel like a lack of oxygen. I feel like I need to air it out a little bit.
Yeah, my thing with that is that smoke is the best way to kill any kind of grotesque smell. You know what I mean?
But, so why don't you just have a candle that smells like burn?
Well, because I think the very ending part definitely kicks it out. You know what I mean? But I think that other part is to smell good.
What made you this way?
Huh?
What made you this way?
I don't know, dude. Yeah, but that's...
Where did you get this? Because sometimes
you want to really know?
Yes.
Really want to know?
Yes, I do.
So my father...
My father?
When I was a kid, anytime he would go poop, he just had matches, and he wouldn't let it burn, just strike it and then blow it out and just let it sit there and smoke for a little bit.
Shit in there.
It covers up a lot more than you think. Just the smoke does, like the burning smoke.
Did y'all have water in your toilets? Or
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because water does a lot for
I know
shit.
I know that, but I'm just saying that, and it just stuck in my head that like, oh yeah, you just fucking strike a match and blow that bitch out real quick.
Your childhood home sounds like it was chaos.
It was wild.
Place.
Yeah, it was a little crazy, but I don't know, man. Whatever. Shit. What else on the docket for today, dude?
Halloween is coming up, and I know we started speaking on that, but like to get back to it, like the best time of year, in my opinion. Yes, I love the things that are coming after it, but I think this is the best celebratory. It's the funnest one. It's like the most like you can be whatever you want to be during the day of Halloween. The month you get to explore all sorts of like this is the thing that I think people that are pro Christmas, pro Thanksgiving, pro Halloween, but I think the Halloween thing that has a foot up on everyone else is like when you think of Halloween movies, you can watch so many different style. It can be family, it can be death, it can be horror, it can be haunted, it can be possessed, it can be serial killer, it can be just Halloween month in the movie, Halloween town, Hocus Pocus. Like, you have all sorts of different style things. Christmas movies are just Christmas movies. Mm-hmm. It's about Christmas.
Yeah.
Like, Halloween has an identity of scary, but within scary, there's a lot. Like, in Christmas, it's joy. Thanksgiving, it's family. Scary is everything. It's all encompassing.
It's all scary.
You can find scary in a lot of things, or you can make a lot of things scary.
Right.
You can't make a lot of things Christmassy because all you see is the Christmas. But when you think of scary, you don't always think of Halloween. But when you're in Halloween, you always think of scary.
Yeah.
The spook is alive. There's like a vibe. There's an energy. Like, I just feel like you're back on your bullshit. You're able to fuck around. You prank people. It's like a mischievous month. Yeah. It's like, and you get to explore creative ideas. Like, I want to do this costume. And sometimes, like, at least now as an adult, I feel like they didn't so much do as a kid. You have free reign to hang out with your friends, and multiple friend groups can have parties or like costume things. So you're not just locked down to one idea. Oh, I'm being a mummy this year. You could be like a mummy, and then you could be like Dexter, and then you could be fucking whoever Gordon Ramsay. You can be anybody multiple times. You do Christmas. You just be fucking a good boy. You better be.
Yeah, I respect where you're at. I am not even close to the same level as you are on this. Not even close.
Not level. What do you mean level?
Well, Halloween.
I know, and it bums me out. I wish you were more on this train with me. Because it's like October. We're in it now. We're recording this in September 30th. Yeah. So tomorrow is Halloween month.
Yeah.
Every day's got to be a movie down.
Yeah.
For me. It's how I got to do it. And I know you're not that way, but like this is the closest you're going to get to me as far as like getting me to watch the dumb shit you want me to watch. I'm going to try Mandy this year.
Didn't we watch Mandy?
No, we didn't. No, we've arguably talked about it several times. Like, yo, we're going to do that. It's going to be the movie night. And we've never gotten to it.
Really?
Really?
I swear we watched it already.
No. I've seen a trailer, and I know I haven't seen it because I don't know anything about the fucking movie other than the trailer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We've only watched one.
Put Mandy on your fucking Halloween list then.
I just said it was.
Oh. Okay.
It is. If anything, it might be the first thing. Like, I might watch it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ideally, it'd be cool to watch it with you. I don't know, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it bothers me. It's not a bigger thing, but I think maybe that goes back to, like, your childhood. It wasn't a big deal in my childhood, but just feel like it's such a nice creative outlet and, like...
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Christmas is more your vibe. Of the big three, what is your...
Out of Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas?
Yeah.
Probably Thanksgiving.
They got to be the big three, yeah?
Yeah.
Easter's not big enough for it.
No, I think it's probably Thanksgiving.
Yeah?
I think.
Yeah. What is it? What is it that reason why?
I think November as a month is better than October for where we are. 100%.
Oh, you mean weather-wise?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I think that's such a better month.
Yes.
I think Thanksgiving, there is a lot of opportunity for multiple. I think it's definitely hits on that friend thing because there's so many like Friendsgivings and
Gals giving.
Yeah, like you're getting together with
Yeah.
all the people that you maybe only see once a year or whatever. Like bullshit like that. You get to catch up with people like that. But I think a lot of it is just food related. You know what I mean? It's just Thanksgiving has the best food of all time, I think. It's got those things that you don't eat once a year. There's no reason why you can't eat them once a year, but you eat them once a year at Thanksgiving. You know what I mean?
Isn't that weird? How a holiday will lock down something?
Green bean casserole, bro.
Brother.
You can eat that at any time.
Or
during the year.
The sweet potato.
Yeah, sweet potato casserole.
Sweet potato casserole.
Yeah.
And
bro, turkeys. You can roast or smoke a turkey whenever you want.
It's not illegal.
It is any month of the year, dude. You can go buy a turkey and be like, I'm gonna cook this turkey, but you don't.
I think the misinformation got out there and people feel like they can't.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But
this is Holiday Corner with Hilton.
Dude, it's wild. But yeah, I think a lot of that is just like and Thanksgiving is just such a I don't know. I think the food thing for me is because it's like when you get to sit down, when you spend a bunch of time on a meal or whatever, and you get to sit down with homies or family or whatever it is, and everybody's enjoying the meal and you're spending that time like connecting with people over food. That's what it is for me, dude. Yeah. And I mean, food has always been a thing for me, but
there's something about the human connection through food.
Yeah.
A meal,
it doesn't.
It's psychological, whatever it is. It like
good in here.
Yes.
Good in here. Good in here.
And good.
All good. All good things. November, dude. But yeah, I think Thanksgiving. I mean, Christmas is a very close runner-up, I think. But
yeah, I think they're in the correct order. I think whoever did the holidays, whoever was like, "Yo, this is gonna be the way it goes," definitely set it out perfectly because Halloween and Christmas can't be next to each other.
Yeah,
they're on different spectrums of that because you're starting off scared, then you're like, "We're gonna be all right because we're near our family," and then you're like, "I am happy I'm with my family."
Yeah,
that's how it goes. You start.
Yeah,
it's really how psychologically you can fuck with children. You scare them, and then you're there for them, and then you're letting them know, I'm the only thing here for you.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
Put it like that.
But it is.
And that's your favorite month, huh? October. Yeah,
also,
Halloween, huh?
I know that you,
it's crazy.
In the very beginning of this, you were saying that November is like the best, so weather-wise.
Yeah.
But November's only carrying on what October started. Okay, so arguably still, Halloween's in first place.
No, it's not, because it doesn't. October doesn't.
What
finish
is your
the job,
placement
bro.
then? What is your placement?
October doesn't finish the job.
Okay, what is your placement?
It gives you a little tickle, and is like, fuck you, go to the next month, and the next month is November, the best one.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So okay, what is your? If we're top threeing this, what is the order in which you do
months?
Of those three.
Of the
big
holidays.
three, yeah. What are they doing?
Of order of them?
I said that.
Yeah, I think I already said it though. Thanksgiving, Christmas, Halloween.
That's crazy.
I honestly would put Halloween below other stuff if there was other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Halloween for sure is number one.
Yeah.
Number two is Christmas. Number three is November.
Yeah.
I'm not even respecting it
you mean?
By giving it its name.
Thanksgiving.
I
want you to think about.
Yeah.
How this podcast started, first off.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And I need you to give a little bit of fucking gratitude towards a Friendsgiving, because I believe that was the beginning of this whole entire thing,
sure.
wasn't it?
And that's the greatest thing that's ever come out of November was Some People Suck podcast.
So you got to give it some fucking credit, bro.
I do, and that's why it's number 3. It's not, could have been lower if I had something in between them.
Yeah, I would definitely put Halloween below a lot of stuff. Honestly, the other thing that I hate about Halloween is the decoration stuff. It's like, yeah, that's fun. I get it. The pumpkin thing, can't stand that.
You mean like carving them or just having them out everywhere?
Having them out everywhere. They sit out for like a week
and they're done.
And then they fucking reek and they're disgusting.
Yeah,
I hate it. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
That kind of I don't get it.
I will say of the plant-based accoutrement of the seasonal like accessories, it is the least.
Pumpkin is the worst.
Yeah, because but guess what? Pine cones suck.
They smell good as fuck though, dude.
Yeah, but that's only because they're soaked in chemicals. It's not just like a pine cone just doesn't smell
raw
great.
Pine cone smells great, dude.
Bro,
What are you
no.
talking about? You let a pumpkin sit out for a fucking week, dude, you're going to throw up in your own mouth.
I'm not saying... I didn't say anything about
carving
smell, by
a
the way.
pumpkin, dude. Even carving,
Yeah, it kinda sucks.
carving a pumpkin.
Carving a pumpkin?
You stick your hand in there and grab that shit out. Dude, that's
What?
insane, bro.
No, I agree.
You can reap the benefits of some pumpkin seeds if you want to get wild.
Yeah.
Great time. Roast them bitches up, throw some seasonings on them.
But a pine cone has
Awesome.
no utilitarian use. Nothing. What are you going to do with it?
I think they smell
Throw it
amazing.
at a kid?
I think they smell amazing. Look, dude, you're all about apparently scaring kids.
Yeah.
So that's right up your alley.
Yeah,
Throw
but
it at a kid.
We're not scaring kids no more. It's November.
You can grab a pine cone any time of the year, baby.
That's crazy.
Grab them shits in October if you really want to.
That's great. You're out of line.
I'm just saying, dude. That's all on you.
But like, if we're gonna rank that too, I'm gonna say Christmas tree's number one all time. All time. There's not a
quality of accoutrement
of accoutrement for a holiday based accessory.
Yeah.
There's not a better holiday based accessory accoutrement.
Yeah.
Ever.
No,
in
I think
the history of time.
I think that's
Christmas tree does something to your belly. It does something to your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Your senses. You're just like, God damn.
There's
I feel
a vibe
here.
that comes with it when you put it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The whole room just kind of.
And like, even though it's cold weather, it is warm inside.
It's very true, dude. You pair that up with like, it's gonna sound really emotional, but you pair that up with like a warm cup of tea, dude.
Yeah.
Sit on the couch with like a candle lit, bro.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, you cannot. Beat
And
it.
maybe some college football games.
Yeah, dude. You open the
Holy
windows up so you
shit.
can throw a blanket on too.
Oof. This
Crazy,
God
dog.
damn. I literally heard you and didn't hear you,
Crazy.
and then I heard you.
Yeah.
And I was
Dude,
like, God damn, the
game
breeze hit me.
changer,
Yeah, dude. Give me a little break.
Dude, it's nice. Dude, it's so fucking nice.
Oh, my
That's the
goodness.
right kind of tickle. You know what I mean?
For sure.
That's the right tickle.
Yeah.
You could throw long
Christmas-
pants on and a long or a sweater on, dude.
It's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas.
Yeah, that's real nice.
Yeah,
Real
that
nice.
breeze is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, what was I gonna say on that? On the Christmas? Oh, this is what I think, and this wasn't on the Christmas thing. It's on the Thanksgiving thing. This is why I think November is your number one of all the holidays. Is you have more family than me.
Yeah, which is why I think October is your number one.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely more of a in your own.
Yeah, for sure.
It's-
It's the most individualized.
Yeah.
Holiday of all of them.
Yeah, you were talking about like Halloween parties and like costume parties, and I was like, when is the last time you've been to a costume party?
Me?
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
I want to.
That's why I was like,
This is my
it's
open.
like that's for sure not one of the things for
yeah,
you. Yeah.
This is my open invite to people who want to invite me.
My calendar
Please
is
be
open.
my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been to anything ever.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't tell you that.
I've
last
seen
time.
things on TV though.
They look pretty cool. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I think the family aspect definitely is a big part of it. You know, but I think the friends part, like I think Friendsgiving is the other. You think of Thanksgiving and then Friendsgiving right behind it, and that's the other part that's like.
And arguably, you can get away with that weeks before Thanksgiving.
Oh,
you
bro.
can start that.
First week in November. Dude.
Yeah, you're
first
like-
Thursday in November.
That's what I love about the newer culture, or like I guess our culture, because like the newer culture is even newer than you.
Mm-hmm.
But like the culture that we live within, like you're doing things on a more prolonged basis.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween's all month,
Yeah.
which has kind of always existed. But like we've turned Thanksgiving into whenever I was a kid, you would just see Christmas up as soon as Halloween's over, and then you would have Thanksgiving Day. Maybe I think it's the day and the day after, or the day and the day before off at school.
Yeah.
That was Thanksgiving. And I just remember like throwing the football around in the yard with like cousins or whatever.
Yeah.
That was it. But now in our culture or our time frame, dude, we're doing things. Everything's a month now.
Yeah.
Or at least of the big three. Everything past that is just kind of like July 4th, it's that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
New Year's, it's kind of buddied up.
It's with that Christmas break.
Yeah, it's with that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But it's still just a day and a day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then like Easter, a day.
Yeah.
St. Patty's Day.
I think that the other alluring side of Thanksgiving is the amount of, like, if you've got a full Thanksgiving, you know what I mean? Like, you've got Thanksgiving the day before Thanksgiving, the day of, and the day after.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you got aunt and uncle's houses and grandparents and all that kind of stuff, whatever you're going to, or friends, or, you know, people that are like your family, you know what I mean? You've got brunch one morning and then like a early dinner, you know what I mean? And then the next day you've got a full day of 3 houses you got to go to or whatever. And then the next day you've got a couple places that you got to go to. And then throughout those couple days, dude, you're taking these quick little couch naps. Bro, after you finish at one spot and you have your dessert and you're hanging out with everybody and you just get a little bit of shut eye, just a quick little, just a little bit, but it gives you enough to go to that next one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And really power up for that. And it's just...
I really don't know. There's not a better nappable holiday than November. Literally. Like Christmas...
Starting to turn you around, aren't I?
You're not trying... Look, I was just saying, like, November... I don't have the family for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not built for it.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it's not for me. It's just like I didn't come into this world equipped for November.
Yeah.
I've experienced what it was like to have a November before, and then all of them just started falling off. November, it was just like Thanos did the little... November went away in my life. It's like I miss. And maybe that's why I'm upset about it.
Yeah, that's why it's October.
Maybe I have some trauma to do.
So you're like,
I'll unpack that later.
November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe when
Halloween...
Also, it hurts my feelings because, like, it's the end of Halloween. And then all of a sudden, it's Christmas to everyone.
Yeah.
And things... And I also... Look, I'm going to be on both sides of the fence on this, or at least that's how it's going to sound. I don't think November gets enough support. Like, they're just so Christmas.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, you see a lot of that, like...
But
Halloween
also,
decorations go down.
Yeah.
And you give it a week, and then it's Christmas decorations already.
I mean, depending on where you're at,
yeah,
they're up the next day.
Yeah.
They're doing it overnight, depending.
Which is, I think, a disservice to Thanksgiving and November as a whole. Definitely.
For sure. And, like, how do they not capitalize more on, like, Thanksgiving? I think it's because there's not a...
There's not like a decoration or...
There are decorations. It's like you got like fall leaves, wreaths, and I know like Christmas is kind of taking a hold of those, but originally or like there is a Thanksgiving style wreath.
Yeah.
And it's like the pine cones and the straw and the fucking leaves, shit like that, but now like you got the Christmassy one and it's like a real wreath. It's got like the fucking
I think you mean wreath.
Whatever.
Wreath, yeah. TH.
I'm talking about in November. It's a wreath.
No.
You haven't been in November yet.
No. I was gonna let it slide, but you said it the third time, and I was like, I
grew up in a trailer park, dude.
I was like,
let me have my thing.
It's like I gotta stop him.
It's from Dollar General, dude, or Dollar Tree. We have wreaths.
Yeah. No, I get where you're coming from though, for sure. I see that. I see it, but yeah, I don't know, man. I think November's just that dark horse that just is number one. It really is. I think it's unbeatable.
And the thing about the big three is like any day during any one of those months, when you're in the month of the big one of your three, that day can be, it can turn it can rearrange your top three.
Yeah.
It could be a Friendsgiving and I could be like, God damn, this is the greatest day.
Yeah.
Like the next 90-day run we're about to have. Oh.
Yeah. It's good stuff, dude.
Oh.
It's good stuff.
College football in the air.
Bro.
You got crazy UFCs coming up.
Yeah.
You got pro football. I heard that there's going to be Netflix is going to have the Thanksgiving
Really?
Day game is what I heard.
Bro,
I heard that there's a rumor of that. But then the fucking playoffs are right after that in January.
Yeah.
There's like the run that's coming.
Yeah.
Halloween,
It's
November.
a good
Christmas.
year ender, bro.
Dude, it's crazy.
What is it? Oh, that Georgia-Alabama game was
shit.
fucking ridiculous.
Crazy. Like, for sure. I knew as soon as we went up, like,
21 to zip.
21 to zip. I mean, we got to 28-0. But when we went 21, I was like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
Because, like, either we're going to fucking murder them forever.
Yeah.
Or we're going to pause.
And it's going to get fucked.
God damn, did we pause,
That's
bro.
crazy. Even though y'all won, I believe that those Alabama players are going to get their ass wrung for that. Just how they just completely...
at the end of it?
Just how they stopped. I mean, like, it was just
sure.
blowing a 28-point lead.
Also, I'll say the
reffing
quarters during it, there was a lot of calls that were called against us. There was a lot of calls that were called for us.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of non-calls, too, that I was like, even against us, there was non-calls. That I was like, that clearly was pass interference on us.
Yeah.
That should have been called. But it's like, I felt the way they picked and choose didn't level out. Like, I felt like they picked things that I'm like, you could have for sure let that slide. But then the things that were, like, so, like, blatant that you're like, how the fuck did you not call it?
Not?
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't know this either. But apparently, for refs in general, I guess this is pro or college, it doesn't matter. You have, like, a report card at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you keep being a ref.
Yeah.
I thought,
to
like...
keep you in, though.
Yeah, I thought it was, like, you do your reffing, and then you get tenure, or more or less, and you become a college ref. And then you could just never be fired or whatever.
Yeah.
No. From my understanding...
They look back at
all your calls.
Yeah.
And, like, that's why there's head officials and shit, and they, like, make a grade on, like, how you did this game, and that's why you see certain refs in there forever, and then you see new guys every once in a while, and maybe you never see them again.
Booted from SEC down to whatever, and
double A or whatever.
Yeah, dude, I was over at Hard Rock to watch that game.
Okay.
Because I was like, Jackie was out of town, and I was like, fuck, I just want to go watch it somewhere.
Yeah.
And, like, didn't, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just go over and watch it at Hard Rock. I'll play a little bit. And, like,
where's that at, Biloxi?
Biloxi, yeah.
Okay.
And they had a TV set up, like, right behind the blackjack table I was playing at, so I got to watch it. But the amount of people because their sports book is right in the casino. It's like a big, it's a huge fucking room, right? But they have, like, their event center or whatever, and then their sports book is kind of right off of the casino. So that's where everybody's watching the game, and people are huddled around there watching everything. And, dude, in that fourth quarter... It was the loudest I've ever heard that casino. Back and forth when Georgia scored and then Alabama scored. And it was just like, ah! And everybody was like, oh, my God. It was crazy, dude. It was so cool. And it was like, 10:30 at night or whatever the fuck it was. Like right at the end there when it was really getting... That was ridiculous.
I want to go right back to that, but I want to ask this before I forget. How did you do on that parlay? You picked like all favorites?
Oh, yeah. They lost.
What?
I lost.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sound like you said Doe lost.
Yeah, I lost. Because, who was it?
Ole Miss lost.
Yeah, it was Ole Miss that fucked me first. And then there was another one later on that was a favorite. I can't remember who it was.
Well, Georgia was a 1-point favorite, weren't they?
Yeah, but I also had kind of a hedge bet going on, but I fucked myself anyway. I had Alabama. Somebody else, and Florida State to win. And it was like a $10 bet to win $260.
How did Florida State do?
We lost hard. We scored first, and I was like, this could be okay. And then
what is the record now?
1-4. Oh, my bad.
Who did y'all win?
We beat Cal last week.
Wow.
By like 3 points.
Okay.
Or something. Yeah, it was like 10-7.
Well,
the parlays were not hidden. But whatever. I'm not worried about it. Those are honestly, I'm not a huge like sports bettor, so I don't follow it too much, and like I'm not very in tune with it. So like if I have a couple, like if I'm watching like heavy in the week, you know what I mean? Like I think last season, because of how good our season was, Florida State season, I was watching like daily. You know what I mean? Like I was watching like podcasts and stuff on like the whole college football scene
Because you get pulled
you're
into
invested.
the vibe.
You're
like,
invested
fuck
in it.
yeah, dude.
And because this season,
You want to hear about bench guys.
Yeah, I'm
You're
like,
what can
wait,
he bring to the table?
What happened to him? Why is he not? You know what I mean? Like
what
that kind
high
of shit.
school did he go to, and how was 11th grade for him?
Right. Yeah. What was his? Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So
when you said earlier this year when you lost, we were watching. Was that last weekend together on the couch?
Yeah.
It was like 2 weekends ago. UCF game.
UCF.
Alabama
USF.
versus USF game. Sorry.
Alabama, yeah.
And you were like, ultimately, we're like 0-2 at that point. I think you were about to be 0-3, but you didn't know that yet.
No, we were 0-3.
Okay, you were 0-3.
That was after.
And you're like, dude, at this point, I just wanted to be upset city.
Yeah.
Upset. And I
fuck.
couldn't have been more on that vibe this weekend whenever I saw Ole Miss go down. And I was like, if Alabama goes down, I want everybody going down, dude.
All the fuck.
There's
I want all the heavy
something
hitters.
about it. Like, again, we were talking about a while ago, like, I think it was 07,
It was when Notre
08,
Dame.
09.
It was the same weekend North Illinois beat Notre Dame.
Yeah.
It was that weekend. Yeah. And I was like, fuck it, bring them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in 07, 08, 09, I think those are the years. I could be like 12, 13, 14, something like that. But it was like every goddamn weekend, the number one team lost.
Yeah.
For like 10 weeks in a row.
Yeah, it was just constant. I think it was that 09 season.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was like the greatest season in college football for the thing of like anybody could beat anybody.
Yeah, dude.
It made you feel...
That's why I think this season is so cool, because you have that... Like, we've seen some upsets, right? Like, we've had some pretty big upsets already this season. But I think because of that 12-team playoff, that's what's making it so much more fun, because of those upsets. You know what I mean? It's like, you don't know who...
Yeah.
You know, where it could come from or who... You know, it's just... I think there's a lot more into it this season.
And the NIL is really fueling this.
Yeah.
The NIL has really added an extra level of spice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you thought maybe we were really tasting college football before, but now it's like the depth to flavor. Yeah. It's like anybody could be anywhere next year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, of course, Jalen Milroe is going to go for the draft, but like because he's in his final season. But if he wasn't...
I could tell you where DJ's going. Going to work, dude.
Oh, dude.
Take 5, bro.
That's crazy. You're going to see him at a local Walmart.
For real. He's going to be a greeter.
That's crazy.
Dude.
Yeah, it's crazy because that's the thing that you live and die off of in college football that people don't think about. Is like when you are a quarterback at a Power 5 conference school that has a history of winning and you don't do that.
Hey,
or if you're not even on a winning side of a record.
Out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like burned. People will... People will... They'll...
Jerk you?
No.
Oh. Tie you? Oh.
Oh. Okay, they'll do things that aren't good.
Yeah.
No longer accepted.
Yeah.
Should have never been accepted to be in. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you were the face of a town or a nation, basically. FSU Nation.
Yeah. Yeah, that nation has definitely turned its back on DJU, bro.
That's crazy.
I have heard more people, like, I've got, a lot of FSU friends, and homies and fans or whatever.
People hate him so much they have figured out how to say his last name.
Yeah, oh, dude, it's anything. I've got people that spell it correctly when they text me.
You're like, whoa.
Which is fucking wild. But, yeah, the amount of people that are like, bro, what the fuck are we even doing? Like, at this point, why? Why are we doing that? You know what I mean? It's like, the season's over. Plain and simple. It was over last week. You know what I mean? Why do we even have men anymore at this point? It's turning into a bad coaching move on Mike because of the way he's playing. You know what I mean? And Mike has got to be the coach and say, okay, this season's over. You didn't work out, but we need to get ready for next season, which is why we're going to put our second string in. Who's going to be our first string next year to get some playing time and get some, games under his belt. Because now there's no fucking point to keep DJ.
There's no more, it's going to be so fucking hard to have homegrown talent anymore.
Yeah.
As far as like where you get recruited to, you stay your entire career.
Yeah.
That's going to be super rare.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to get it in, like, certain people, but I don't think it's going to be consistently in certain locations. Because, like,
I can tell you who
Ohio State's quarterback left for fucking Syracuse.
I can tell you who is going to keep that, though, which is where FSU needs to get to.
Yeah.
Because FSU used to be that team. You went to FSU, like, you were a Knoll for life. You know what I mean? But Alabama, Georgia,
Texas
is going to is there. You know what I mean? Notre Dame is there. Oregon is kind of one of those.
And it really depends on
those
the
teams.
position, though, because, like I was saying, like Ohio State, that dude left and went to Syracuse.
Mm-hmm.
He balling out of control.
Yeah.
And, like, we've had a few, I say we because I'm talking about the conference, Texas wide receivers and even Alabama safety all left for Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people...
We took a couple of y'all's. We took a linebacker and, like, two defensive linemen or something.
But people move around, and it's, like, hard to... The identity of a team is going to be so different moving forward than it used to be. Like, used to be, you had a brand of football, you recruit for that brand.
Yeah.
Now it's like, are you going to throw in the bench quarterback, the backup? Because who knows who's going to be on the free market next year. You might just, we're going to put you in, and we're going to bank on you for next year. And then guess what? Fucking a number one recruit from the high school pool comes in, and he is the guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, FSU is my school. I'm going to ride or die for that place. And then he comes in and balls out of control.
Listen, dude,
You're
I
fucked.
think that's one of those things is like he's got to make Mike has got to make a decision whether he's going to be that college, that Knoll Nation college, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or he's going to be that we're going to pick off these little pieces and put together a team every season, because he's got that opportunity now. Because at this point we've lost 3 commits that were coming to FSU to become a part of that Knoll Nation team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That were coming to become a
Y'all are
Seminole.
in very thin ice.
And we've got to either make that switch of, okay, this guy is no longer doing anything for us, and we've got to build up that Seminole team in that, nation again, or spend 2 more years trying to put together a team for a season like he's trying to do.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, if he does the same thing the next 2 years, I don't think he's got any more.
You
really.
could make a correlation, and I really don't want to do this because it's going to be like low-bearing fruit or whatever it's called.
Low-hanging fruit.
Low-hanging fruit. Yeah. But people can say they got broke last year from not being picked.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You could say that, but I want to feel like in the time off in the preseason, you have time to rebuild mentally from that. And you have people coming in that aren't part of that.
Well, I think in my head, I mean, I get it. Because I was pissed off last year too, don't get me wrong. Like, I was, pretty livid about the whole situation. But I think we had an opportunity to come back and say...
You had an opportunity to fucking knock off the GOAT.
And you think that would be... No, I'm not talking about the end of the season. I'm not talking about against Georgia.
Okay.
No. I'm talking about this season. Like, we've got all this time to build up. It's like, we've got an opportunity to really go out with this 12-team playoff now, the way that it's set up, to be like... Fuck you didn't want to give us it last year. Watch us come and take it this year.
Yeah, and you could have started off with a tone, because wasn't your first game LSU?
Last year?
This year.
Georgia Tech.
Damn, who were y'all playing? I thought there was a big game y'all had at the very beginning of the season. You are right, it's Georgia Tech. I remember that, but I thought there was a bigger game y'all did.
Mm-mm. Last year was LSU. But this year was Georgia Tech, the Dublin game.
That's right. I remember that now. Well, it is tough.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of the whole NIL thing, another, it's ever changing and ever forming and evolving and everything, but have you heard of the UNLV thing?
Oh, the
quarterback got NIL dealed to UNLV.
And they weren't holding up.
They gave him $3,000 of a $100,000 promise. That's all he received out of that deal. Was he got $3,000, and they were like, more is coming. So he's going to withgo his
he's
season.
redshirting, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, did you not sign something?
I mean, he had to have.
So can't you sue? It's a contract.
I don't know. I don't know because it might.
We don't know the ins and outs of the contract. There might
Yeah.
be a time
Yeah, I think it's
frame
probably
on
within
it,
a
but
season.
it's like
Yeah.
maybe they promise him, yo, you'll get 3,000 every week until it's 100 grand or something.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it depends on what the contract says, whether he can sue or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But obviously he's not happy with how it's going so far, so
Crazy.
But-
You're literally giving up some of the golden years of your life.
Yeah.
You're in college.
yeah.
You get the opportunity to play college ball. I'm not at all putting this on him.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it's crazy you're being put in this position where it's like, what if UNLV was the best choice you had?
Mm-hmm.
Not that it's a crazy bad school or anything, but it's not these Power 5 that everybody dreams. You probably as a little kid was like, I'm going to be a quarterback at FSU.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So, like, this might not be his school. Maybe it was, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He's not getting them. He's getting fucked around, so he's not even being able to fully explore his dream.
Mm-hmm.
Because now that money's involved, that clouds that dream a little bit. You're like, I do love doing this, but it's like y'all promised me something, and I need to hold true to my word.
Yeah.
To make y'all hold true to yours. Like,
Yeah.
it's tough. I feel so bad for the kid.
Mm-hmm.
This could have been his best year. Who knows?
I don't know. I think he's saving himself in a way. You know?
Because red shirt just means like you're eligible for one more season.
Yeah.
But then you've already played some games. Does that mean that takes off?
Yeah, you've got 4 games in a red shirt. So you can play 4.
That's why
3 or
that
4.
one dude played like 9 seasons.
Yeah, because he only played certain, and I think with the COVID year shit and all that, it definitely changed it. But
well, then maybe not. I take back a little bit of my thing but still, you're in the like peak of like I'm going through the college experience.
but
Maybe now it
also-
taints your view on UNLV in general. Maybe you leave.
right, but also depending on how he's looking at it, whether he's like, I'm going to go to the NFL, I'm going to be the number 1 quarterback ever. You know what I mean? Or he's looking at it like, these are
Money.
the best years of my life. I need to make the most amount of money I can because I'm not going to the league. I'm going to red shirt if they're not paying me the money that because if I'm like, okay, I know that I might not be drafted and I need to make the most out of this experience I can and make the biggest, you know what I mean? I'd do the same fucking thing. You know what I mean?
I totally agree that, like, for people who know they have no interest or know that they're not going to be on that level,
Yeah.
I love the NIL for that.
Yeah.
Like, get your money while you can.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's crazy, and that's an opportunity countless people weren't given before. But
yeah.
I do think of the
cloud on them.
Yeah, I do think of the cloud. Like, in the jiu-jitsu world right now, I can't compete or do anything against my knee. If I could trade money for my knee or whatever, like,
yeah.
if I could redshirt my knee, be like, yo, that's fine. But next year we're gonna ball.
Yeah.
I get it, but I'd rather do the thing than focus on the money, and I'd let the money come to me. I'd be like, yo, I'm banking on myself. Like, I know I'm gonna ball out of control, and then deals are gonna come my way. You know? And then even if a deal doesn't come my way, I'm gonna ball to where, like, I have other schools flirting with me.
Yeah.
FSU sounds like they need a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
This guy sounds like he's a man of his word.
Shit, we don't need a quarterback, bro. We need to put the other fucking one in. We got 2 of them.
Yeah.
That are great.
Yeah. There was another really big school that was like, couldn't figure out what quarterback they were going to play like that.
It was Texas with Arch and Quinn.
No, I mean, they're literally actively going back and forth between 2 guys.
I don't know.
Damn, I can't remember who it is. It might be Michigan. I think it is.
Yeah. Oh, bro, did you? I don't think you watched this, but the Chargers.
No, I didn't watch it.
Charger Chiefs game last night. The final play of the drive. Final third down of the drive. It was like 2 minutes and 30 seconds or something left in regulation. It was like 3rd and 6. Kansas City had the ball on like their 25-yard line, and they were up 11-10, I think it was, or up by 1 point, right? And so LA needs to make a stop on this 3rd down so they can get the ball back and come back or whatever. and Patrick Mahomes is in, of course. And the way I looked at it, because I like rewinded it and looked at the last play, because I was like, that seemed like it was a delay of game. You know what I mean? Because the clock ran down to 0 seconds and they hadn't snapped the ball yet. Right?
Wow, you figured it out.
And I was like, there was no call on that. And I rewinded it, and again, I mean, I was like, damn, that really was. And they didn't challenge it or anything like that. And they didn't, say anything about it.
LA
the announcers didn't. Yeah. And they got the first down and ended up winning the game because of, But I was like, damn, that really was. I don't think I'll be able to pull up the fucking thing. But it's just another one of those. It makes you think like, damn.
You watch it on YouTube TV?
Yeah.
You can.
Oh, really?
Because I don't know if maybe that's just the way mine is set up, but like if you watch the game, you can go back onto it and then rewatch it again.
Really?
It's just sitting in your fucking thing.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
Or at least it is on mine. Yeah, that's part of the script, though.
And that's another one of those things where I'm like, damn, dude, that's fucking...
Taylor Swift.
That's tough, bro.
She pays big money so that they can go to the big games.
Yeah.
You know? I heard Kelsey ain't doing so hot. That's why I'm growing my hair out, by the way.
Oh, is that it?
He ain't doing so hot this year. What's up, dude? I was trying to be like Big Guy. Big Guy not doing so good.
Okay, here. This is it. It looks like
you got it pulled up on your phone?
Yeah.
God damn, that was fast.
Yeah.
You are a James.
Watch the last. You'll see it's like 2 minutes 30-something seconds.
Oh wow! It immediately went to it. 0. Well, it went to 20.
You see what I'm talking about? It's pretty close, huh?
I do. Hold on. Let me watch it again. 232, 220. Ooh. Yeah, I would have called it, but it's so close that it's close. Like maybe the TV isn't exactly the same second as like the on-field clock.
Mm-hmm. You would think they would be before that anyway. The on-field clock. There would be a delay between the TV and the on-field.
Yeah, good point. It's tough. That's tough, dude. Yeah. Are they undefeated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're gonna three-peat.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Well, dude, you want to get out of here?
Yeah, do you want to talk about the weight stuff at all or no? Are we doing that on here or no?
Oh, yeah, we didn't even talk about that. Yeah, so it's didn't. Like
we're trying to lose weight again.
Still doing that.
Yeah, we're trying to lose weight again.
Yes, well, we are trying to lose weight again.
Yeah, it's tough scene.
Yeah, I don't know what goes on with us, but we do stuff and then stuff be hanging on our bodies.
It just hangs on. But yeah, so basically the setup for this one, it's not going to be as crazy or like
not going to be as competitive. It's more so holding each other accountable.
It's really just us trying to make each other lose weight. But we're going to set a goal for, like, each of us are going to set our own goal of what we would like to get down to by the end or the beginning of November.
Dude, you know what'd be cool? Huh. Is if we did like a weight goal per month for the big 3. So it's like, yo, November.
No, fuck that, dude.
All right.
You can't do that.
Okay.
But we'll do this until the beginning of November, for sure. But yeah, so we're each going to set our own goal of what we'd like to get down to by November. I think 3rd or 4th is the day we kind of talked about. But we're going to set a goal for that and kind of keep track of that. And then whoever, like if each of us make our goal, or if one of us makes the goal, the other person is going to buy the other person something. So if I reach my goal and Cody doesn't, he buys me something. If Cody reaches his goal and I don't, I buy him something. But really what we'd like to happen is both of us to reach our goals, and then it just kind of...
And then we just watch Mandy together.
Yeah, something cute, you know?
Yeah, we'll do a date night.
Yeah, something light. But yeah, it's really...
That's what it should be. That's it regardless. It's date night regardless. It's just who's paying.
Yeah.
And if we both win, we just pay for our own shit.
Yeah.
It's day night. We're just planning a month ahead of time.
Yeah. It's a long fucking day night. But yeah, it's real. Like I said, it's not going to be super competitive. We're not going to do weigh-ins and all that kind of, crazy shit. But really, it's just to kind of hold us accountable and make each other, motivate each other to get back on it. So yeah, if you see any updates on that, that's why that's being posted or... whatever.
Also,
yeah.
before we get out of here, I meant to bring up, like, jiu-jitsu's got a lot of cool shit coming up as well. Like, PGF qualifiers is just finished. So, they have the entire cast. We just don't know who all is in it yet.
Yeah.
But they have it already laid out.
Yeah.
And they're going to be announcing it as it gets closer and closer to November. Also, Kevin Beering just qualified for... he did a 10th Planet qualifiers, and he made it to EBI. So whoever won this got to be on a EBI super fight.
Mm-hmm.
So that's dope as shit.
Yeah, it's fucking
the
crazy.
last big EBI that we were a part of. I mean, Ryan wins like every fucking one he's on, but like Chase Hanna got to be on a super fight and he won.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
and Ryan Aiken too.
That's what I'm saying. I said Ryan won like every one.
Oh,
he's ever been on.
I thought you were talking about Gordon Ryan.
No.
Okay.
Like,
yeah,
he's done 2 CJIs, and then I think he's done a regular EBI. The EBI Absolute, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so he's like a 3-time EBI
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
So it's like our team does really well.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Keith Kokorian, I think, got the 155 weight class, and Kevin got the 170. And I don't know when that one is. I don't know when the EBI that he qualified for is. So it makes me believe Kevin's not going to be in the 205 PGF.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, he's not 205.
Mm-mm.
He's more like a 180 guy, but he competes at 170.
Yeah.
But, also, Kazushi Club Chattanooga opened. Elijah opened a Kazushi Club.
Oh, shit, really?
In Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Damn. That's fucking tight.
That's so... Have you been in Chattanooga?
Oh, yeah. No.
Holy
No.
shit, it's awesome there.
Yeah, I've spent some time in Tennessee, but not there.
Yeah, it's like a... I don't know. It's like a sample size of Target. Of Tennessee. It's like a small town Tennessee vibe. It's so nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And you're like right in the little connecting states. So you're like very close to fucking Georgia, very close to the edge of Alabama. You're like right in that little trifecta.
Mm-hmm.
You know where Lookout Mountain is?
Yeah.
It's
you can
really
see like 7 states or whatever.
I think it's an hour from there.
Yeah.
So you're not that far from pretty much anywhere.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
awesome.
tight.
And for Elijah to be the head instructor, that's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
Imagine being a student from knowing nothing at all, completely under him, to black belt. You're going to be a savage.
Yeah, an absolute killer.
Yeah, crazy.
That gym, that's going to be ridiculous.
Congrats to you.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
We'll have him on the podcast soon. Also, in the works to maybe have a fucking living legend on the podcast. I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, let's keep that DL.
But...
let's keep that DL.
Royalty, that's all I'll say.
Yeah, fucking... yeah.
Super dope. But
we may never financially recover from it.
May never.
But it would be really cool.
Yeah.
Maybe
if we could get some Netflix money.
Yeah.
You know,
be pretty sweet. But so that's in the works. But hopefully we make that happen.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try and keep that under wraps. But before we get out of here, dude, you want to shout out our homeboy,
dude, Johnny Mumble's been putting in that work on my back. We're getting close.
It's only been 6 months.
Yeah. I mean, we still got a ways to go, but like, it's more than it wasn't. You know. And dude, it's fucking awesome. Like, I love the way my back is turning out. I love all the shit that he's done. At Johnny Mumbles on Instagram. Dude, I mean, he might be tattooing Posty soon.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know, I do believe he's traveling to go tattoo another celebrity that I can't say yet. But, dude, putting in the work. His studio's amazing. The views are crazy. Just the environment is super nice.
Yeah. Yeah, really good shit all around over there, dude.
Yeah, Sacred Grounds
great
Tattoo
people.
Studio.
Yeah, great work, great vibes. Definitely check them out. Like we always say, he's always kind of booked out, so try and get in there quick. If you're thinking about getting something done, if you're going to be in town for a little bit, you know, maybe a little bit of ways away, definitely hit him up. See kind of what he's got going on. Keep that motherfucker busy, you know? So, yeah, great people over there. And like we said, we appreciate him being a part of the podcast and being, you know, here for us, which is awesome. So we really do appreciate Johnny Mumbles and Sacred Grounds for everything they've done for us. So, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we love you guys. Can't thank you guys enough for tuning in.
Hell yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. We're getting the fuck up out of here. We love you. Yee! Hey!